Hi, my name is JC Audits. A lot of people today are worried about a Muslim threat, that Sharia will overtake the UK and be a source of trouble and violence. Some people even believe that it's worth taking up arms and going into the streets. Luckily for the most of us, this is unlikely to happen because most of these people are on social media just mouthing off, and they don't actually meet up and plan and do anything. There's also MI5 and, let's say, the security agencies, of course MI6, who actively follow these kinds of things and try to diffuse and mark individuals. And we need to be glad for that, because essentially they're removing threats from the streets. However, at the end of the day, MI5, MI6, not out to win hearts and minds. UK Home Office's Prevent strategy, which aims to prevent radicalisation against by Muslim youth. I cannot gauge the success of this effort. Lots of people remain scared in England, partly due to the amount of migrants coming into the UK and the fear that these will be illegal immigrants. They're being housed at taxpayers' cost in hotels, when everyday people are suffering from cost of living crisis. This is a source of worry. It's a source of worry in terms of law and order, protecting our children. Not to say that illegal immigrants are a direct threat, but there is a fear that crime is on the increase, and that IIs, or illegal immigrants, have a part to play in that increase. So, broadly, the problem can be summarised as Muslim versus atheist. Essentially, we have a religious pious mosque going youth that face indigenous population that doesn't go to the mosque unless they, of course, are UK-born Muslims, and the rest of the white indigenous folk who are ethnically British, these people don't go to mosques, and they are afraid of the Muslim advance into this country via planes, dinghies, lorries, and boats. So here's the solution. It's quite a simple solution, but it's not going to be easy. So I need you all to listen to this, and I'm going to start on 6 minutes on the dot. Okay, folks, this is what you do. We need to overhaul the native religion of the UK. Unfortunately, this is not Druidism. So, Druidism is to a great extent extinct and is not going to be taken seriously as a mainstream religion. So we need to sadly kick that one to the curb and go with the second best, which is our old favourite, Christianity. But you see, with Christianity, the downside is that the religion is a hodgepodge and very confusing, even to children. So here's the deal. I'm going to try and make this as simple as I can, and if I don't get this understood by 8 minutes, then I've failed. You all need to go to church. You need to go through the doors and say, I want and use these words. I want to come to Christ. I feel I've fallen away from the faith. I am afraid of what's happening to this country, and I'm afraid of Muslim immigration and influence. Get those words across. You don't have to go into the Muslim bit, okay? If you don't feel comfortable with it, you can only just say the first few words of what I've said. Now, here's the deal. You don't have to actually you don't have to give your life to God then and there, but you might find you want to. Whatever you do, just know that whatever church you've been to, whatever church you've gone into, that should be a fairly comfortable and painless experience. Church memberships are plummeting. You'll get a very warm welcome, and so here's that's the first step. I'll start the next step at the 10 minutes mark. Okay. You've gone into church. That's the brilliant step. You're going to say you're going to go again. And here's the next step. This is all about changing Christianity. Okay? And this is the key bit. You don't have to agree that Jesus died on the cross. You don't have to agree that he was crucified. You don't have to agree that he died for your sins. That he was resurrected on the third day of his, death. You don't have to agree to any of that. Okay? You don't have to agree to any of that. I'm seeing something very interesting, which I'm going to record at the same time. It's happening outside my car. This will form part of an audit. And the audit will be, hey folks, welcome back to JC Audits. We are now in this wonderful English village called Hinckley. Hello, Hinckley. So Hinckley is a village in England. And I'm about to do an audit on that. I'm also currently live on JC Audits at the time, and you can check this audit out. If you want to see it in full. So I'm just gonna film some of this audit because we are in fact, like I say, in an audit. So this is why this is why very, very interesting. Anyway, guys, I want to get back to this topic since I am talking about religion at the moment. I'm live on JC Audits as we speak. And so yeah. So as I was saying, sorry guys, I'm trying to overhaul Christianity here. So you've gone into church, you've told them you don't have to believe in the resurrection, you don't have to believe in the death of Jesus, you don't have to believe that he was risen 3 days after he was crucified. All that you don't have to believe in. Okay. I make that absolutely clear. So you've gone in, you've said all of that, and then now what you do is you basically say, okay, see you next week. You might get some funny looks, but you just say to them, look, I can't believe in that. I don't know it's true. Just pray for me. Something like that. If you get some really odd looks and stuff, that's the way to go. Let them pray for you. Now you come back the next week, listen to the sermon. You don't have to go and do anything in particular, or say anything, or speak, or sing. Just do as you want, right? You don't have to pretend or anything like that. Okay, and then so then, if you got children, you start to take them in as well and tell them the same thing. They don't have to believe in that Jesus died for your sins and was resurrected. Forget all that, okay? They just go in. It's the process of going into church, feeling that there's a sense of community. There's other humans out there. You can listen to them. You can tell a few of your problems if you want. And this is the key thing. So the second or third time you go, when they ask for money, the bag goes round, you must give some money. Must. Doesn't have to be a lot. Just something like, I don't know, 1% or maybe up to 5% what you might spend of your daily food, what you'd buy. So say if you spend a total of £1 on a loaf of bread for the whole day, just give them 5p, because that's 5%, isn't it? If you spend £10, give them 50p. So no more than 5%. And that's really, really important to give money. Okay, and just give with an open heart. Give with, sense that if the bag comes around, just give. All right. So think of all that. Do it. And the trick is, if your children are young enough, they will carry on going to church. Some of them might become the old-fashioned Christians, but some of them might become the new Christians. And I'll talk more about the new Christians and what I believe that their plan will be in the next live. I'm going to write it down as well so you can see what I'm talking about. So I hope you've enjoyed this audit. It's been a bit of a strange one. So like I say, I am in Hinckley. If you want to see where that is, Hinckley is there, and it's not too far from Leicester. So I'm just going to zoom out here. So actually we're in Rugby Road. So just straighten this map out so you can see that's where Leicester is, and Hinckley. Let me just zoom out a bit more so you can see where I am. So the reason why I think Christianity, just summing up, should be reformed is that in fact that if you don't reform Christianity, what you've got is an influx of boat people coming this way via planes, via ships and possibly via cars. Okay. I don't think many swim across. Okay. So basically, to stop the threat, the genuine threat of Sharia law being enforced or written into the UK Constitution within 100 years, what you're going to do, let me just video that. He's standing up on his bike, very interesting. So maybe his legs was aching because he's been travelling up from, I don't know, Devon or something. But anyway, look, the point is, if you have children going to church, they're more likely to stick with it. So my point is, guys, the benefits of this, not only will you have a nice church wedding and you get support of a new community, if you want it, that is, if you've got enough friends and all that, that's absolutely fine. So I really, really recommend that you follow what I'm talking about, and let me know how it gets on in the comments. Maybe you want to do a little video outside the church you've decided to go to, and like I say, just tell you what the benefits of this will help soothe your troubled soul. It will help shed the worry and the anxiety, feeling that this is if you're able to get to church physically. If you can't, there are other ways that I want to talk about as well, because I know some of you can't leave your house, and that is a problem for one solution, the solution that I'm talking about. But I really think it will make a difference. So what we're doing, the reason why it's going to work and work quickly in less than 100 years is because you're using an existing structure, which is Christianity, the church network, to find refuge in, to add to the community, to help others, you know, if within your own, if you're able to. But more importantly, improve your own mental health and solve the imminent problem of, when I say imminent, in the next 100 years, of the threat of Sharia law, which a lot of people are scared about. So basically, as in Sharia law taking over in the UK, or being written in large parts into the UK Constitution. So, and there's one key element that I forgot to remember, tell you. Have sex, make children, and when they're old enough, take them to church, and of course, let them decide when they're old enough. This is JC, signing out. I hope you enjoyed that live, and I will see you for the next installment. I'll explain a little bit more about what I mean by the new Christianity. Okay, so this is JC, just doing good, reforming Christianity. You know how it is, it's got to be done, and a lot of you do want it, for the best of reasons. JC, and if you disagree with me, of course, please say that you disagree with me, and please say why you disagree with me. Don't just call me a mong, okay? Because I don't like that word, and yeah, if I see that word, unfortunately, I will ask if it's okay with you if I delete it. Alright guys, this is JC Mong signing out. Catch you in the next one.